Good afternoon and welcome to the Midday News. Coming up in the newscast, 26-year-old woman fatally shot at a bar in Manchester. Savanna-la-Mar residents threaten to protest if drainage issues aren't addressed. And later in sports, Jamaica Premier League playoffs kick off today at Savanna Park. Thank you for joining us. I'm Amoy Harriet. Now for the details. Up first this afternoon, white smoke has risen above the Sistine Chapel, the signal that cardinals have chosen a new pope on the second day of the conclave. His identity and the name he will take as pontiff will be revealed soon. Now, a senior cardinal will soon confirm the decision with the words Habemus Papam, which is Latin for we have a pope, and introduce the new pontiff by his chosen papal name. The new pope is expected to appear on the balcony overlooking St. Peter's Square within the next hour. Locally, a 26-year-old woman was fatally shot at a bar in Richmond District, Manchester early this morning. She has been identified as Britannia Francis of a Brinkley District address in Junction St. Elizabeth. Now, TVJ News understands that sometime around 1:30 a.m., Miss Francis, who worked at the bar as a dancer, had finished working and was about to enter a vehicle when loud explosions were heard coming from the back of the establishment. Miss Francis was shot several times. Now, she was rushed to hospital but later died. The police are investigating. Business operators and residents in Savanna-la-Mar, Westmoreland are appealing to the authorities to address a drainage issue in the town which has worsened in recent months. With just weeks to go to the start of the 2025 Atlantic hurricane season, the people say there needs to be urgent intervention. It was just a few months ago, Councillor for the Savanna-la-Mar Division Julian Chang issued an appeal to local government Minister Desmond McKenzie and the municipal corporation to clean the drains in and around the parish capital. To this day, her cries have gone unanswered, forcing business operators to now take the same stand. They told us that a number of roads in Savanna-la-Mar are currently impossible for pedestrians because of puddles of water settled on sidewalks and the roadway. Notably, it's been over 24 hours since it last rained in the area, and when it did, the showers were light.
It's not raining now, and it's flooding, so you can imagine when it starts raining, the entire road is flooding.
We get here for concrete, just in mess ready there. Nothing else.
But the water just come and just flood it back.
Yes, I look over there, so now you see people see young man walk and he have to turn back because he have nowhere there to.
This is along Great Georgie Street, one of the most problematic roadways where blocked drains are concerned. When we spoke to Councillor Chang earlier today, she told us that she's planning to raise the issue again in a general council meeting today. The matter is of great concern, she says, as some residents are planning a demonstration.
Feel said what really cause the drain not think along while so the mud on top, They want drain like,
So you think the drain needs to be clean?
Yeah, man, it needs to be clean, man. I want to be clean, it needs to be clean.
So when you see all these trees also are growing out, you realize it's a good while, clean. Something need to be done because it affect everybody. Even the passer by them, we walk on the sidewalk, them have to walk out in a road because the walkway is not available for them.
Now, efforts to get a response from Mayor of Savanna-la-Mar, Dannery Delancey, were unsuccessful. Meanwhile, one judge is seeking to clear the air over concerns raised by citizens that the justice system is not for the regular man. Justice Vaughn Facy, a parish judge in Trelawney, in an interview with journalists on Wednesday, stressed that judges have to be impartial as one of the three branches of government. He said the role of the judiciary is to protect the rights of both the citizens and the state.
One always asks, does the judiciary have accountability? We do have accountability to the public, and we need to inspire confidence with the public, for them to see us, that we are here for them. We are here to protect their rights, safeguard their democracy. And yes, it is a perfect time for them to see something, perhaps not the usual, for them to be inspired that the justice system and judiciary is here for them.
Justice Facy also allayed concerns as to why judges desist from engaging in public discourse.
At the end of the day, we are one of the three arms of government. There are certain things that we can or cannot do, because at the end of the day, we have to be seen to be impartial and independent. And because of that, we might give the impression to the public that we are a little bit, like we are not a part of them. But it's just because our roles are very peculiar in society. We can't, for example, engage in certain public discussions. We have to go through a particular avenue, such as the court administration division, for them to hear what our voices are saying.
Relief in St. Mary this afternoon following the repair of the Plattfield to Bernard Farm Road, which has been in a deplorable state for years. The repair was done at a cost of $14.6 million, improving access for over 1,000 farmers. Nakinski Robinson reports.
It wasn't too long ago that this road, which connects to the communities of Plattfield and Bernard, was a complete dirt track. Finally,
I'm feeling blessed, I'm feeling good, I'm feeling excellent to know that too many years we never have a road like this.
the road repair was done as part of the Agriculture Ministry's Farm Road Rehabilitation Program, and it appears this is just one of many plans the ministry has for the parish. Minister Floyd Green revealed the discovery of 1,300 acres of unused agricultural lands, which he says proposals are already in place for its use.
Areas such as Decoy, Eden Park, Nonsuch, Unity, and Fort George that we're going to be using to drive fruit tree cultivation. We want to see more of our orchard crops. We're focused on ackee, we're focused on mango, we're focused on breadfruit. We want to see more of those being planted.
Meanwhile, a number of farmers have been complaining about the absence of extension officers in the parish. An extension service refers to technical advice on agriculture. Extension officers also supply farmers with the necessary inputs and services to support their agricultural production. The minister admits extension officers are being stretched.
In other parts of the world, you have one extension officer for like 200 farmers. In Jamaica, one extension officer doing all 1,000 farmers. Right? So it is difficult. So we have to use the technology to ensure that our extension officers can reach to the farmers. How are we doing that? Most of our farmers now are stepping up with the times. So most of them have a smartphone, then they on their WhatsApp, then they on their TikTok. Some of them are stream we meeting them, and we love that, right? What we want to ensure is that they also use it for extension services.
He went further.
We're going to be moving in this financial year for the first time to put irrigation support into New Pen in St. Mary so that those farmers will be able to do what they love and to give us some of our wonderful Irish potato.
Nakinski Robinson, TVJ News.
Member of Parliament for Western St. Mary Robert Montague is urging more adults to take advantage of the educational opportunities offered at Heart. Carrie Simpson has the details.
It's one of the most underrated institutions in Jamaica. That assertion by Member of Parliament for Western St. Mary Robert Montague. He's referring to Heart NSTA. Speaking at a Teachers' Day function in St. Mary yesterday, he says he has made it his mandate to take Heart to the people in his constituency because he understands the importance of education.
We have sat with Heart and we have carved out a special program for this constituency where we take the programs of Heart into the community. One, by doing assessments, what they call it, pretty near Miss Miranda, the assessment program for skilled persons. So masons, carpenters, electricians, tilers, a lot of them are very good at what they do, but they have no paper qualification. And we bring Heart in the community and have an assessment day. So even hairdressers, the last one we did in Rainier, we had 50 odd hairdressers who turned out. Braiders, hair braiders, weavers, manicurists, spa attendants. And they show what they can do in a practical way, and HEART certifies them.
Mr. Montague shared that some of the programs have been customized for all ages.
And a lot of persons misunderstand HEART and believe HEART is for young people. HEART's mandate is from age 17 to 99. What we have gotten them to do, a program known as Skill Up, is to lift out the practical part out of some of their training programs and deliver that in the community in short courses.
And he highlighted at least one of the benefits of getting certified by HEART.
Here is an opportunity to be paid while you learn and to be certified, so then you can go and earn.
In the meantime, Mr. Montague is encouraging persons to take advantage of the educational opportunities offered through HEART.
You're a teacher today, you don't know what tomorrow will bring. And sometimes that little certificate in floral arrangement might just be the one thing that separates you from the other 10 applicants when you apply to become principal of a school.
Kerry-Ann Simpson, TVJ News.
It's now time for a break. Stay with us. More stories when we return. Welcome back to the Midday News. It's now time for the Business Minute.
Net remittances fell to $2.9 billion during the fiscal year 2024-2025, compared with $3.1 billion during the previous year. The Bank of Jamaica says this was due to a fall in inflows to $3.1 billion and outflows to $212.5 million, compared with inflows of $3.37 billion and outflows of $233.6 million for the previous period. Further, field interest rates have been cut to the lowest level in about 2 years after the Bank of England reduced them to 4.25% from 4.5%. Bank Governor Andrew Bailey said the slowdown in inflation was behind the decision to cut, but warned recent weeks had shown how unpredictable the global economy can be following the introduction of wide-ranging U.S. tariffs. The bank's rate-setting committee was divided. 5 members voted to cut rates to 4.25%. 2 voted in favor of a larger reduction to 4%, and 2 voted for no change. The decision comes as the details are set to be announced over a tariff deal between the UK and US later on Thursday. For the Business Minute, I'm Shane Masters.
And time now for a look at some of the top stories from around the world.
In the region, St. Vincent and the Grenadines has launched Operation Homegrown to boost the capacity of local farmers and backyard gardeners to increase production. The Ministry of Agriculture says with the import tariffs from the US, it is important that local production of crops and poultry are boosted to meet local demand. Minister of Agriculture Sabota Caesar said his ministry is working closely with the Zero Hunger Trust Fund to reduce the importation of large quantities of poultry and increase local production. The Zero Hunger Trust Fund has distributed thousands of broilers and layers across the country to kickstart production. On the international scene, U.S. measles cases are at another grim milestone this year. New analysis shows they just surpassed 1,000. That's based on data from the CDC and state health departments. Many of the cases are related to an outbreak in West Texas, but most states have reported the disease. This is likely to be the worst year for measles in the U.S. since its declared elimination in 2000. The only other that's close is 2019, when outbreaks around New York City pushed the total to 1,274 cases. And those were the top regional and international stories. I'm Nikinsky Robinson.
And we head to a break, but stay with us. Sports is next. Welcome back to News Just In. History has been created in the Roman Catholic Church as the first American Pope was elected. He is Robert Prevost. We will have the details in subsequent newscasts. And we take another break, but subsequent to this break, we'll have your Midday Sports Report.